What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network trailer breakdown, 2 in 1 day. I am honestly really worn out and probably going a little cross-eyed, but this time it's a massive one as we have our first teaser trailer for the first show of Marvel's Phase 2 Netflix series. That's right, it's the very first teaser trailer for Jessica Jones Season 2, which also served as an announcement for the series' release date, something that had been kept very heavily under wraps, but more on that later. Overall, it's just a brief teaser, a minute long, but it does give us some meaty hints as to what Jessica's getting up to in the second season, a look at some new and returning characters, and a pretty hilarious Marvel Easter egg to boot. The trailer opens with Jessica remarking that everyone has secrets, as we see she's back to her private eye ways after the events of the Defenders, and she's even got a nice shiny new door for alias investigations that definitely isn't going to survive the entirety of this new season. The tagline we see throughout the trailer proclaims that Jessica is returning to some unfinished business after the events of Defenders, and we don't know exactly what that means per se, but there are a couple of options. First, it could just be fallout from the Kilgrave incident in Season 1 that still needs cleaning up after the fact. I mean, we do know that David Tennant is returning this season as some sort of guilty vision or figment of Jessica's imagination after prolonged exposure to his mental influence. We see that at least one shot in the trailer is twinged by purple, hinting that there are going to be episodes where he appears and continues his mindfuckery, but to what extent that's going to play a role in the overall plot of Season 2 remains to be seen. The other option, and maybe the more likely of the two given what we see in the trailer, is that Jessica is finally going to dig into how she got her powers, as that origin was intentionally left pretty vague in the first season, with the only reveal being that she was in an accident with a chemical truck. However, this is directly pointed to by her adopted sister, Trish Walker, in the trailer, as Trish says that knowing what was done to her might help her, suggesting that it might go beyond what happened in the accident. In the comics, though, her powers were just simply the result of exposure to radioactive chemicals, as shown in Season 1, so if the show chooses to add a little conspiracy here, it would be heading into some uncharted territory. The short teaser gives us a brief look at one major new character, J.R. Ramirez from Power and Arrow, as Oscar, a single father who moves into Jessica's building. And while the initial reports said he's wary of the superpowered PI, it seems like they end up getting along okay, if you know what I mean. We also see Season 1 standout Ika Darville as Malcolm very briefly in this scene where we see Jessica getting arrested while her voiceover dramatically wonders if knowing what really happened to her makes her worse, as she says she's already killed someone. And we're not exactly sure right now who she's talking about here. I mean, it could be Kilgrave, although she didn't seem to be too remorseful about that at the end of last season. It could be Luke Cage's former wife, as she definitely was remorseful about that last season, but something tells me it's someone new, so something to keep an eye out for as we head into the second season. The trailer wraps up with a really cool Easter egg and a bit of Jessica's biting sarcasm bundled up into one, as she tells an unknown person, maybe Trish, that if they say with great power comes great responsibility, she would throw up on them. Obviously, that iconic line belongs to Spider-Man's Uncle Ben and is a huge part of that more traditional and optimistic hero's origin story, but it could also be a really interesting and potentially massive callback to an often overlooked part of Jessica Jones' backstory. You see, in the comics, the heroine was actually at one time a high school classmate of Peter Parker, and the two crossed paths on many occasions, both before and after each got their respective superpowers. Now, obviously, the timing doesn't exactly work out for that to be a thing in the MCU, considering Jessica Jones' age compared to Peter Parker's age, but if it's not just a throwaway line, it could be one of the Netflix show's strongest connections yet to the MCU. And of course, as promised, the release date. We'll get our first taste of Marvel Netflix Phase 2 on Friday, March 8th, 2018. That's going to do it for this breakdown though. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of the trailer in the comments section down below. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com, and if you love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.